All right, week in review, May 12th. Major U.S. indexes posted a modest losses last week. The S&P 500 declined 0.45%, and the Nasdaq lost 0.26%, and the Dow Jones dropped 0.14%. Now, let's talk value stocks. Russell 1000 value outperformed growth stocks, Russell 1000 growth, with former gaining 0.01%, while the latter fell 0.61%. So, after two consecutive weekly declines, we did see gold have a rebound last week, rising over 3%, extending its year-to-date lead. Another notable was Bitcoin, which climbed back above that $100,000 threshold for the first time in more than 3 months and was around 6% for the week as of last Friday. As anticipated, the Federal Reserve left interest rates unchanged following last week's meeting. Federal Chair Jerome Powell expressed caution in light of trade relation uncertainties and noted that, quote, the risks of higher unemployment and rising inflation have increased, end quote. Upcoming economic releases this week bring several key economic reports in inflation and consumer strength. On Tuesday, tomorrow, May 13th, the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, will offer fresh insights into inflation trends. On Thursday, May 15th, the Producer Price Index, or the PPI, will offer a look at inflation from the producer side, while retail sales data, also released that day, will offer insights on the health and resilience of the U.S. consumer. Now, let's shift and let's talk market outlook. So, stock markets opened in the green on Monday morning after a trade deal was negotiated between U.S. and China over the weekend. This comes after the U.S. announced a trade agreement with the United Kingdom earlier last week, further signaling the potential of easing these global trade tensions. Now, earnings season is winding down, with 90% of companies having reported their quarterly earnings as of Friday last week. So far, earnings have exceeded expectations. 78% of companies reporting results above analyst forecasts. The overall earnings growth rate for the first quarter now stands at around 13.4%. That is a significant improvement from the 7.1% growth expected at the start of the season. Now, this week, investors will remain focused on the potential for further progress in these trade negotiations, as well as key economic data offering insights into inflation and consumer spending habits. Now, stocks in the news. Ball, B-A-L-L, or Ball Corp, the packaging company, reporting stronger than expected earnings last week, driven by higher volumes across all segments. Their stock gained 2.28% for the week. TM, or Toyota Motor Corp, the world's largest automaker, reported its earnings last week and noted that the tariffs are expected to cost the company a whopping $1.3 billion over 2 months, and it's projected a 21% decline in profits for the current fiscal year. The stock was down 0.46% for the week. That's your update. We'll see you next time.